Hello, everyone. It is Saturday. If you are living under a rock or if you are not near the YouTube zones, you don't know what's been going on. So, please, today we're gonna try to wear the glasses. I still have some issues with one eye. So if you can, please say the word comment. If you have a question, please say something along those lines. I know we have a couple of new people here, so let's go ahead and do some quick introductions, everybody. We have Rhonda W. that is here. We have Rebecca, Jamie Palmer. All right. And I did read these guys, everybody. I love that you guys have conversations. That just makes my day. Okay. Where did that one go? Oh, here it is. I love this name. How could you not love that name? Buckle up, Buttercup. You're in for a tricky ride. Yeah, I love that. All right. Summer Savage, you and I need to talk after this live so that way we can get you all added in there. Jen Mint, nice to see you. Thank you so very much. Ann Walsh, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate it. So we're going to just make, some quick, I want to say quick pro quos, but we're going to say the comments to this channel. This channel is specifically made to try to get my dad out, to try to find out if my dad knew what was going on with me. And Chantel, welcome. Welcome so much, Chantel. But we're going to be doing an overview on what I have experienced to let the new people know and let the people in the back hear what's going on. And then we're going to have a conversation. So if you have any questions, please say the word questions. If you were having a bad day, hi, Retired Red. Thank you so very much for coming. Miss Sunrise Dawn, so good to see you. But I do want to open it up to any questions. As a couple of you have messaged me, I got some really, really interesting comments off of the live that I did with Miss Marilyn and the one I did by myself. I got some pretty interesting comments, some great, some not so great. For those that are not so great and don't know who I am, I'm going to explain today who I am. I'm just not, just some gay blonde that sits up here with a faux hawk and glasses and that's a nerd and loves Pokemon. I'm not. Okay. I'm actually one of those people that I grew up. So if you watched Aaron's lives today, Aaron was at Pac Base. The first building that he was at, or at least first building that I saw, was AOLA. He was standing right in front of AOLA. And then while he's there, I grew up in that building. Like 90% of the time when I was at Pac Base, I was in my mom's office, which is on the 4th floor on the far left when you're facing the building. Now, that to me was okay. I grew up in it. This was my only mode of experience. This was all I knew. I knew that I was a Scientology kid. That's all I knew. Scientology was the only thing that we had going for us. And we were clearing the planet one person at a time. And we're just doing wonderful, Elizabeth. And we would constantly get told that. And I would constantly be told about how amazing it was. And I would hear the arguments between my mom and Ivan Obolinski, who was the captain of AOLA in the 80s. Now, basically, as a kid, I was constantly in trouble. Security was constantly catching me climbing trees. My dad was catching me climbing trees. My dad started off at Bridge Publications. And then he went shortly after Bridge, he went to Golden Era Productions. And there he has been up until this current very moment that I am talking. That is where he is. And as far as I know, he's alive. I have not personally laid eyes on him, but police officers have. Now, do I believe that police officers have? At this very point, after watching Aaron's live, I don't believe for a second that they even talked to my dad. I didn't get to hear a voice. They wouldn't let me watch the video. And no matter how many times you email, no matter how many times you sit there and say, hey, I would really like to see that video to make sure that that's really my dad. Because your first time going out there, it was pretty obvious that it sounded like an old man. And so it just must have been my father. It sounded like a really old man. So I was also constantly getting in trouble because we didn't have any place to go. AOLA kids, if anybody was at AOLA, your kids were wandering the streets of LA. And the reason we were wandering the streets of LA was because Ivan would not give up one of his staff members. So that way we would have a nanny or someone to watch us. And there was roughly about 8 of us that were a really close-knit family. I'm sure there was more, but you know what? The 8 is what I really remember because we were inseparable. We were like we were the Goonies before we even knew Goonies existed. And so basically in that particular situation, I was constantly getting caught by security. I was constantly getting yelled at, constantly missing breakfast, constantly being abused because every day there was something, there was something that I had to be hit for. I fucked up somehow. I somehow treated someone horribly, or I did something out ethics every single day. Well, not every day. There were days that my mother had migraines, and when she had a migraine, she didn't touch me at all. So you know what? As much as it sounds horrible to everybody that's watching, I wished for a migraine because it meant that I wasn't going to have anything happen to me. Now, here's the situation. My mom left in, my mom left in 90. She sent me away just before 1990. And I believe it was August 89. I think so. I think it was August 89. And then my mom came home around, I think it was almost a year. I want to tell you the exact dates, but let's be real. I was 10 years old. It was a whole lot of time that I wasn't getting heavy-handed, but I also really wanted my mom because my grandma did not make me feel good. She treated me very horribly. I was known as the fat freak. And even if I showed you pictures, there was no part of me that was fat when I was a child. Now I'm fluffy. I'm very fluffy and I like me just how I am. But to, again, reiterate what had happened, it was constant, regular. We went to Florida. It continued. It got worse. She got caught. She was the LRH comm of Florida in 1989, just before we left, or 88. And then while we were there, our roommate at the time, the other mom and daughter duo that was in our room, caught her. And within a couple of days, I want to say someone came over to me and asked me, hey, I need you to talk to me. I'm the ethics officer, something along those lines. And it was like, okay, what's going on? And oh, we got reports that your mom hits you. Is that true? And I was like, I don't want to get my mom in trouble, but I can't lie. I can't tell them no because it's really true. So I tell them the truth. And then my mom got kicked out of Flag. She was no longer welcome as the LRH comm. And she was to get home and nothing happened, everybody. She got home and she was immediately put back as the LRH comm of AOLA. Nothing happened. They all knew what was going on and they just dismissed it like it was nothing. So then in the process of them dismissing it, we leave, I go back when I was just about to be 17 years old. So I was still 16. I go back. And I go back and I'm there to be a great Scientologist. I'm going to clear the planet. I'm going to save the world. I'm going to continue everybody's idea on how to find out how to learn. And all what happened is I got tortured. I got put on decks on a regular basis because I could not get my mom back in. I could not recruit for the life of me. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't pull that out of my ass. I couldn't find friends that weren't Scientologists that would want to join. And I wouldn't disconnect from my mother when my mother did not want the position of coming back to the Sea Org. So in that whole situation, I then got put on decks on a regular year. I was usually on decks 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And so constantly, you would have thought that any moment they were going to put me on the RPF because that's all I thought. Now, in the process of routing out in, 2000 it was 2000. I really almost said 2002, but no, in 2000, they had originally taken us to a movie called General's Daughter. And if those of you that have not seen The General's Daughter, please, For those of you that know The General's Daughter, if anybody has been assaulted in your life, that is not the movie that you want to take anyone to. And especially if you've had a child because of said assault, you don't want to watch a movie about an assault. And so I couldn't leave the movie. We had to sit there like a good Scientologist. And so what happened every single night after that? The nightmares came back every single night. And so here's the big scenario, everybody. I got told after I routed out, I was still seeing my dad. I went and saw him when I was 21. Everything was good. Talked to him like every 3 months. It was good. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden I come out to my dad. He laughs and makes like what I thought in the moment was like a really bad joke. Was he makes a comment about how can I be gay because there's only one gay person per family, and his sister was gay first. So I kind of thought it was a bad joke because I wanted him to think that I really wanted him to know that that wasn't how it really is. This isn't a roll of the dice to see how many people. It's not like, oh, you made one gay person, every one of your kids is going to be gay. No, that is not how it works. It's just, it happens. In the process of all of that, it became this funky situation, and not in a bad way, but it was like I was so terrified of coming out to my dad. I thought he was going to tell me to go to hell. I absolutely thought he was going to tell me to go to hell, and he took it very well and said we would talk again. Then the next time I called, which was roughly about 3 months later, I get told in a very rough fashion, he's dead. Not very much more information than that. Just, Robert Ferris there? No, he's dead. And it was cold and disgusting, but it was like, okay, well, why would they lie to me? And they were just giving me the information, just how, a true Sea Org member would, if this happened, just be blunt and to the point. Okay. And I couldn't understand how I couldn't grieve. And then it was upsetting me that I couldn't grieve or couldn't cry because my dad had just passed away, and it was the foulest thing that I'd experienced. But at the same time, I just kept telling myself that Sea Org member was doing their job. There's not a lot of emotions there. And at this time, I still fully believed in Scientology. I did not believe in the cans. And yes, by cans, no, I am not talking about boobs, I promise. It's literally you hold the cans and then you sit there and confess your sins, and people look for a floating needle. And if you think of the happiest thought that you've ever had in your entire life, you can fake that thing all the way to float. I'm sorry, guys, but that you do it a couple of times and you know that works. Basically, in that situation, I still believed until I was 40 years old. I get with Carrie, everything's good. We're friends. I tell her I grew up in Scientology. I'm a Scientologist. And it literally turns into she didn't judge me for it. She's like, oh, explain to me why you believe in that. And then I want you to watch a show. And in the process of want you to watch a show, all of a sudden I'm watching Leah Remini, and I'm binge watching like nobody's business. Like, I honestly thought some of the horrible things that had happened to me, like trying to commit suicide, like the nightmares, the on decks, the being told to dig a hole in your body, better be able to fit into it. Like, I thought I was the only person that was experiencing this. Well, in the process of all of that, and I'm giving you the shortened version just so we can have a normal conversation. In the shortened version, I left. It was horrible for me. I wake up, I find out other people have experienced the exact same thing. And so I had to watch every single episode. Oh my God, they have it too. They have it too. They have it too. And it was more and more and more and more. And then before I knew it, it was like, oh my God, I did fall for a big pile of shit. Oh my God, it is a cult. It's a cult. And I'm sitting there like, that is so, how dare I be so stupid? How, oh my God, I really believed. And I judged myself so harshly. Like, you would have thought that, someone had just murdered a dog, but no, it was literally I thought I was the stupidest person on the planet. And yes, I've read quite a few books and I enjoy reading. I love it, actually. But I stayed away from books that talked bad about Scientology. Didn't touch them. My mom is absolutely still believes will kind of teeter her way that Miscavige has ruined it. She still believes. Yes, I still have contact with my mother. She is not the same person that she was, but you know what? She is the only mother I have. I can sit there and judge her and say that I'm never going to see her again, but I want to know that she's okay. You know, she may not have been the best mother. She never won the Mother of the Year award, and she never will. But at the same time, I want to be better. And that means I want to know that she's going to be okay. Yeah, that's right, Summer. You only get one mom. And you know what? If in my situation, I've actually gotten lucky because of YouTube. Because of YouTube, I've gotten many moms, many sisters, many brothers, many friends, many people that I will never, ever part from. But then at the same time, I'm also realizing that people still don't really understand that it's a cult. And I do want people to understand the reason that we do videos. I offer a safe space so that there will be no judgment. People are going to talk shit all they want. They're more than welcome to. Go ahead. I've got to have thick skin if I'm going to sit here and do this. Otherwise, the first chance that, that I get to go down there, I'm going to break and I'm going to crumble. And so I refuse to break and crumble. So here is the whole situation. The reason that I do videos is because I want people to be made aware that this stuff is still happening today. I guarantee it. They've been doing it for years. They're not going to suddenly stop. The RPF is not gone. Yes, it's called the EPF's EPF. Congratulations. You just gave it 2 names, but it's still the RPF. It's still on there until you wake up or until hell freezes over. You're still going to be digging and being accosted by people, being treated poorly, looked down on like we're garbage. It didn't matter. But there were kids that got tortured, got beaten, got abused, got punched. And we told everybody. And no matter how many people we told, it didn't seem to matter to one fucking parent. And so that's just how we thought we were going to live. That's how I thought I was going to live. Well, now come to find out, I get a phone call, okay, back in May. And it was basically saying, when are you going to pay on your dad's freeloader debt? Now, according to my calculations, he'd been dead almost 19 years. We're approaching 20 years. He was literally dead, deceased, muerte. He was gone. But he's actually not gone. He's alive. And as far as I know, I haven't seen him. I'm going to run with the idea that he's alive. And I'm going to get my dad out. And I'm going to get to ask him questions. And I'm going to get to see whether or not he's going to be a good dad. Whether or not he's the man that I dream he is, or the man that actually let me be abused. Because I need to know for my personal health and well-being. Because if you stand there and do nothing while some child is being beaten to the point of broken ribs and a broken nose and a broken jaw, the list can go on. I've broken almost every bone in my body except a couple. But Scientology is officially messed up. Their link to the LAPD has officially been exposed by AARON. We all say, hey, they go to the galas, they go to the events, they collect their checks and have a great field day, everybody. Like, oh my God, every officer, you guys just love us so much. No, they don't love us. Like, we're not considered, like, obviously Aaron was not considered a citizen. Like, his constitutional rights were violated by the LAPD. For what? To show that you're connected to Scientology? Thank you so very much. Aaron's going to continue exposing you for everything. It is not constitutional that you leave someone chained up with their hands behind their back for hours. He didn't commit a felony. Oh, but a felony was committed on him. He reports it. There's multiple camera views. And just as he said earlier today, he's disgusted that the guy threatens to kill him, and yet he gets misdemeanor battery and released on his own recognizance. Like that means so much, Thank you so much, LAPD, for proving a point and then releasing a statement that's a total lie. Like, I knew you guys were liars, but at the same time, I'm here to tell you that I am literally a daughter that has been abused, a daughter that is trying her best to get down to LA, because I plan on joining streets with Nora, Alicia, Liz Gale, and I know Aaron said that he'd go back again. Well, hopefully there's no arrests, and if so, we continue filming, because that is the plan. This is a movement that needs to happen. People need to be made aware of what's going on, what is happening to people, what is currently, happening on a daily basis, and how somehow we're not real citizens. We don't exist. And somehow we don't have a constitutional right to anything. And, if you look around, it makes me want to study the law, but thank God I have someone that actually worked in a law office, so they know quite a bit. And if not, she tells me where to look it up. And let me tell you guys, I'm loving the Constitution because there are so many violations inside. And now we know that there's a tie between the LAPD, and it's been fully proven. Like, there's no doubt in anybody's mind. And if there is doubt, please email me at Save Bob Ferris. We'll have a conversation. We can even go live. And then we'll have a discussion. It'll be open. I'm open to any kind of discussion. I'm open to any questions, which I know I do need to get to. But before I forget, I had a very dear friend of mine tell me today that, and there's not going to be any names mentioned, okay? Because I have a lot of friends. But I'm just here to say, don't message someone because you think that they're weak, because they're the strongest person I know. And if you to the person that did text said person a message, you're more than welcome to come have a chat with me. At this point, I'm so disgusted at belittling someone to try to make yourself feel better. That's disgusting. And if you guys understood it, you would find it disgusting too. Now, the best way I can explain it is, let's say that you're texting with what you thought was, a good situation. You guys are having good communication, and then all of a sudden the communication falls off. Maybe years pass by, and then all of a sudden a person thinks that it's okay to be like, you know what? You owe me this. I will have a conversation other than having anything like that happen. I just wanted to point that out because I would love to have a conversation with anybody. Yep. I guess it was too dark in the background. So let's hit up some of these starred questions before I forget. And again, if you have questions, please ask me questions. I know there's a lot going on right now. I've also heard that an actual hate site was put on Discord. I do want to say this. I know a lot of you I email with, I text with, I chat with, and you know what? So many of you mean the world to me. I promise. You know what? Hell, each and every one of you. But I will say, if anyone is participating in this Discord that is bashing someone, then you obviously don't know what I stand for, because I have been through hell and I will not go back. And my firm belief is that everyone deserves the right to speak, but at the same time, you don't get to belittle someone or create a site specifically to talk the most disgusting, vile things that people can even think of. If you want to have a conversation with me, I know obviously, you've reached out to a few people, but said people that run Discord. My name is Liz. I think what you're doing is fucking disgusting. And the idea that you would open up a hate site makes even more disgusting. Like actual hate. And then you sit there and say that, oh, you're doing Scientology's business. Oh my God. Nope. You guys are doing it. Because the instant you create a hate site or a hate area, an area where you can sit there and bash people, that's disgusting and it's tacky. And your true colors are showing. You might want to wipe your lip. All right. So enough with all that. Let's grab the start. I am sorry, everybody. I just needed to get that out. Marilyn, I love you too. Okay. All right. I'll buckle up and down and around if you're going to rant. Yes, always. Please just remember to breathe. I try because sometimes that shit just pisses me off. Like, you know, when I worked at Celebrity Center, one of my friends worked on Celebrity Magazine. And we would talk and we would sneak talking because I wasn't supposed to let people call me Liz. I was supposed to make people in other positions call me sir. But I didn't stick to that very well. People called me Liz. That's what I preferred, not sir. Still don't like the word sir. But, maybe that's from the shit that I went through. I will say I will always stand up for my friends and I will not back down from a fight. And this is now a fight, everybody. Scientology is not going to win. And if my dad chooses to stay in there, that is his choice. I'm going to keep trying for whoever I can help get out. But he will have to listen to what I have to say. Okay, Geek Diva herself, make me cry every time. I'm so sorry. As you know, I'm not super emotional. It's very hard for me to be, but at the same time, it's when you tell a story so many times, it becomes like, here's my life. But I am sorry. Okay, Sophia, Carrie's the smart one. Yes. And I saw when this comment came up. Yes. When she talked me into watching the Leah Remini show. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Ann Walsh. So sad, Liz. Liz missed her childhood. Yeah, I didn't have one. And it wasn't until Carrie had told me that I'm turning Pokemon into like I'm fulfilling my childhood self by doing Pokemon, that it actually made sense as to why they mean so much to me. But yes, they do. Crystal, hi all. I was fixed on the lives in LA, but I wanted to come show some love. Thank you so very much, Crystal. I appreciate it. I appreciate it more than you know. Okay, Geek Diva herself. Okay, cry. Okay, cry equals Bliz's story. I'm sorry. I'm super sorry, Crystal. I'm gonna comment in a bunch of chats about Liz and encourage people to all get to know all of these experiences. Yeah, some of the experiences sucks, but you know what? You got to look at the positive out of it. You know what? It introduced what the hell we went through, introduced us to people that were strong enough to teach us how to stay strong. I'm not really sure why the lights are creating a magical experience behind me. And she's playing with it while I'm on a live.
Yep.
So, honey, please stop. But yes, get to know each and every one of us. Each and every one of us. Sophia, you can't pick your genetic family at all. No. But I can pick who I call family. Okay, Summer Savage, Mama Marilyn. Okay. But you can choose your family as an adult. Yes, you can. Crystal, I am 3,000 miles from everyone I grew up with. This community helps me a lot. Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes I remember there were so many people that I knew as a kid, and I've yet to meet, like, hear about them in the community, and it makes me sad thinking that they're still in, or maybe they're not still in, and they're out, and I just haven't met them yet. Like, haven't seen them again as an adult. And I would love that to happen. I would absolutely love that to happen. Crystal, it's so sad the abuse is ignored and excused. It's got to stop. Absolutely. Bison 5360, Scientology done messed up again. Free Bob Ferris. Absolutely. Free Bob Ferris. Ann Walsh, how does David Miscavige look at himself in the mirror?
There's a joke after it. Go to the next comment.
Oh. From her?
No. There you go.
With a big ladder. I was gonna say like combing his hair like he's dead sexy, pulling it like, oh, you're sexy today. You, my little friend, you're sexy. I'm telling you, it's one of those. That's what I picture. Miss Sunrise Dawn, I don't know if I'd be considered like a sister. You know what? We talk all the time, Miss Sunrise Dawn. How else do I know that, you know, you had eye surgery and everything else that you've been through? Because it's equality here. We have group conversations. We have email conversations. I get to know you just as much as you get to know me. At least that's my plan. Okay. Crystal, the officer better lose his freaking job. Yes. And pension. F him. I've already cussed. Fuck him. He can go back to acting. Yes, absolutely. Where the constitutional amendment means absolutely nothing because you can bend in acting. Yet no, there's no bending in real life, sir. Just so you know, sir, you belong in prison, sir. Yeah, those are one of those people that you honestly want to say, can't wait to see you in prison to see what happens to you. Sophia, they expose themselves. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. Correct. You can't put that genie back in the bottle. Honey, can you grab something to drink?
What do you want?
You know, one of the rock stars.
Where are they? Out there?
No, they're right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a private conversation real quick there. Sorry, everybody. Oops. Oh, thank you. The movement is spreading like wildfire. No stopping it now. William Good doesn't want credit, but he deserves some. Yes, he does. He absolutely does. The eyes he's brought to this is meaningful. Yes, Aaron has brought so many lives. Nora has brought so many people to the group. You know, you've got Serge Delmar, you've got Lara FM, you've got, you know, all of these people that are coming out, telling their story and saying like, look, this is what's going on. And hey, pay attention. This is what's happening. And now it's spreading like, did I ever think when I woke up at 40 that it was going to spread? Like all of a sudden, not only was I going to be waking up, I didn't even think it was going to be able to be done in my lifetime, people. And the fact that the rate that it was going, it continued climbing. And not only did it continue climbing, it's building and building and building. Keep building. It's not about being anonymous anymore. It's literally about having your face in the front lines and saying, this is what you did to me. These are the people that you left behind. These are the people that you thought were garbage. And look, because of what you did to us, we're still here. And some of us aren't. So we can stand for those of us that aren't. Rhonda, so glad when I gave up online gaming, I killed my old Discord account. Yeah, it's disgusting. It makes me want to vomit. Yep, Carrie laughing. Yep, she has the cutest laugh. You should hear her snort, everybody. She will laugh until she snorts, and then all of a sudden she can't stop snorting. Bison 5360. People are not scared anymore of Scientology. Woohoo. That's right. Sophia, my dad had this saying that if you talk behind someone's back, you're also talking to the body part south of it. Essentially, nice way to say kiss my ass. Okay. Okay. All right. And next one, Geek Diva. Did not mean to make you apologize. Your story is compelling, and I want to help you write an article one day. That'd be nice. I have a hard time not putting pen to paper. Like if you ask me to write an essay, I will pull an essay like right out of my bum. But then all of a sudden you ask me to write about what I've gone through. That one takes me a little bit, even though all the details are so there. Like, you know, when you're sitting there and sunlight's beaming into your eyes like that. I remember those details and so many experiences. that it's like, I wish I still had that memory as an adult, because I still remember too much. Okay. At chick, abused kids and oversharing adults, a match made in trauma. Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that, I would get touch assists all the time from older men or older women. And honestly, you don't think about it until you're actually sitting there and, oh my God, like that adult was like 12 years older than me, like 15 years old. Oh my God. They were rubbing me like I wasn't even 18. Like, yeah, when you wake up, a lot of things go through your mind. Summer Savage, everyone's stories are important. Exactly. Every single person that has gone through something, whether it be the smallest, maybe you were only in there, no, maybe you were in there a year, maybe you were in there 2 years, maybe you were in there 3, 4, you grew up in it. Like who, it doesn't matter whether you're public, whether you're actually a Sea Org member, everyone's story matters. Okay, Summer Savage. The green is nice. All right. I just don't like the constant changing. Is that better, diva? I don't know what that one's to. Was someone being a diva? Was I being a diva? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Miss Carrie saw your comment, diva.
The changing lights were hurting her head.
Yeah. Geek Diva, thank you so much. I heard lights being mentioned and flipping the phone over. Yeah, back over. Nope. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Carrie and Geek Diva. Glad to know you're staying. Absolutely. Rhonda, the little Davy is not sexy. No, I'm not saying that I think he's sexy, but I can see him saying it to himself, like you're so sexy, you're so pretty, you run everything. I see him as, when he's behind closed doors, he's the little baby bitch. Like that's what I see. And then outside, they have everyone so bloody scared, and I honestly think he's got little dick syndrome. All right. Chick, we can fix fake Davy Navy in a bottle. Yep. Can we add water? So that way it's kind of like float, die, float, die. No, I'm just kidding, everybody. Just kidding. Okay, Crystal. Oh my God, yay. I'm happy my voice is appreciated. We all have a voice here, and that's where healing and experiencing the movement happens. Absolutely. Everyone's voice matters. Every single person's voice will matter. Here's the thing. I was asked, or someone made a comment. A very good friend of mine made a comment. You know what, Marilyn, I love you. And if you, I'm just going to say this. They said that they didn't feel important. They didn't feel like that they added value. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to say to that woman. And I'm going to say it right on the YouTubesies. You are amazing. You are the mom that we all wish we had. You matter. Whether you're a never in, whether you've been in some other, cult, because everyone drinks their own form of snake oil. Every single person, whether it's an addiction, whether it's a religion, whether it's a belief, everyone believes in some form of snake oil. And everyone matters. Every single person matters. And you matter to all of us. You matter. Every voice matters. Because you know what? We're not doing it alone. We're all doing it together. So I hope that makes sense. Hopefully Marilyn's still in here, and hopefully she's not mad at me. All right. Summer Savage. You have enough for a book. Probably. I have in just part of my childhood, I probably have, enough to write, here's the first 12 years of my life. Congratulations. It sucked. Here's the next 12 years of my life. Congratulations, it got a little better, but some parts got a little worse. But yeah, I would probably, I don't know. I'm scared to put that to paper and really think about it. Summer Savage, I think Tom Cruise and Little Davy are the gay. Well, I don't want to insult the gays. Just saying. Ann Walsh, Liz, don't forget you have a hockey game coming up in February. Should we bet? Ann, I do have a funeral in the first week, so you and I were going to need to talk. I'm down to bet. Okay, just not this sweatshirt. Or my wife. Okay, Barb. But you can, wait a minute. Barb tries, but you can call me Barb. Okay. Oh, it's Barbara. Okay. Aaron showed a fact sheet on the cop, and I'd bet you he's on Scientology's payroll because he doesn't make enough as a cop to live in LA. Fancy saying that. Fancy. Yeah, I always wondered how some cops lived in LA. Like most of them lived, in Fountain Valley, or at least the 3 that I knew of. Okay. Barbara, Streets of LA started this. Aaron started this SPTV phenomenon. Every person who shows up, tells their story, protests, does their part. Absolutely. And if someone's not doing their part, here's the thing. We can all cheer that person on until they can stand up and cheer again. But here's, every voice matters. Every voice matters. Okay. Cheap ass me, your discreet reminder me of Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lamb. I'd fuck me. Do you remember that part, honey?
I haven't seen Silence of the Lambs.
See everybody? See what I have to deal with? She won't watch one of my favorite movies.
Nope.
Yet I watch her scary ones.
Yep.
Okay. Shanty, Barb tries. The cop could still be on Scientology's payroll, or he could be doing it in hopes of meeting Tom Cruise. The guy wants to be an actor. Here's another thing that you can think about. He could be getting free courses, free acting seminars. The amazingness that happens when you get to be invited to galas and all that amazing things. Just because you're on a payroll doesn't mean you're receiving money. It could also mean that you're receiving other goods. Oh, it was just an invite to this. Yeah, that table cost $10,000. Well, it did back then. I'm sure it costs like 100,000 now, or if not $1 million. But it's the you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I bet the home cooked dinner. Okay. As long as you're going to deal with chicken parmesan or chicken Alfredo, I'm good with that. Foxy Jane, what you think about Officer Tillman's arrest of Aaron at Celeb Center? Photograph grinning ear to ear. And wait a minute. Was he arrested at Celebrity Center? I thought he was arrested at the... Can someone enlighten me what this one is? Grinning ear to ear. Faith of the Blue, which LAPD PR statement. Was Aaron arrested again? Because he wasn't in front of the Celebrity Center. He was in front of the testing center. So yeah, definitely let me know. Because I'm about to text him and call him. Rhonda, however, that means a trip to Canada. I don't mind Canada. I don't. Because you know what? Here's the thing. You guys have great hockey teams. But it's cold. So I will need a lot of very cold weather clothes. Yeah, it's fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Stop it.
You think I did that a lot or something? It puts the lotion on its skin or gets the hose again.
Gross. Stop it.
I'm just saying, it's a good movie. Ann Walsh, Rhonda, I'm cooking. If I'm cooking, you've lost the bet.
I mean, she's a bad cook.
Okay. Okay. I'm getting it now. I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm not. So let's hope that, I'll bet that, um, okay. So if my team wins, you're cooking me dinner. Does that mean you're flying to California? Or is that, either which way we have to go to Canada? You're going to have to be very specific on that one. Cause if not, I won't let anyone come here in the winter. You got it. Okay. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. I promise. Okay. All right. Summer Savage. It's about the money and the slave labor and the mind control. Yes, because you know what? They're not even. What did I start? You started a great time. You started a phenomenal time. But let's go back to that one. It's about the money, the slave labor, and the mind control. Absolutely. Because here's the thing, you will believe whatever you can believe. You get one little win, and that's how they got you. They do the whole, oh my God, you see how successful your communication is now? Oh my God, that is phenomenal. Like you're doing amazing. And then they sit there and they stroke your ego and they love bomb you and they just keep love bombing you. And then before you know it, you're coming back for another form. And then let's say, hey, you confessed a sin that you went through. Anytime you tell someone a deep, dark secret, you feel better. As long as it's not the people that are involved. You feel like you can get that off your chest. Yeah, I did that. Because the first time I told someone that, I used to fart on the pillows of the girls that would piss me off when I was in the Sea Org. Cheese for everybody had the room with me.
In hopes they would get pink eye?
In hopes all of us would get pink eye.
Or just to fart on their pillow?
Just to fart on their pillow. I'm just kidding. Didn't know that I would give them pink eye. I just wanted to fart on their pillow. Because they were nasty to people. They treated people horribly. No, he's in Freedom Magazine, I think. Okay. All right. I'm Southern. I'll cook. Okay. Okay. I do like some chicken fried steak. Never thought I would say that.
You're welcome.
So you can blame. Okay. It's me. Okay. The officer was pictured at Celebrity Center. Wow. Isn't that just so sexy? Does that not mean that man was not biased in any means? Does that mean that he is not doing the complete opposite of what he is supposed to be doing, protecting the citizens of Los Angeles County? Congratulations. You're protecting your religion. Woosah. Grosses me out so immensely. Like I literally want to barf in my hand and just throw it at him. I'm not going to do that, everybody, but it makes me want to. Because there's a part of me that thinks that when we go down there, we're going to try not to get arrested because that is the whole point, because we don't have bail money. And I'm not trying to reach out and be like, oh, the prison sucks. No, because I don't want to be a prison bitch. I don't. But then at the same time, the fact that Aaron has gone through this, they will not do it again. They will absolutely not do it again. Look how many eyes are on it now. And it's continuing to spread and spread and spread. And more people are coming and more people are looking at it. And more people are looking and looking and looking. And then you're being enlightened by other videos because you're trying to understand what is happening here, what's happening there, what's going on, what is this about. You're doing all of this. And then new people are coming in and doing the exact same thing. And then they're telling their friends, hey, did you know about this? Hey, did you know about this? And it's going to spread. It's kind of like Ebola. You spread the truth and it's going to spread around, spread around, spread around, spread around, spread around. And before you know it, everyone is going to know. And once everybody knows, you can't deny it. This is what they covered up. They covered up children being abused, children being raped, children being very badly beaten. And at the same time, no, we did not go to the doctors. We did not get, some of us got shots. Some of us didn't. I've never had chicken pox. Yay. So either which way, it's those little things. Okay. Foxy Jane, 88. Please rephrase. Officer Tillman is photographed at Celebrity Center with big old smile and is part of Scientology run program called Faith and Blue, which supposedly promoted freedom of religion. That's the best I got for that. Okay, Sophia, they tried to backtrack his actions without acknowledging what happened. Rookie mistake. Yeah, violation of the Constitution Amendment. I'm going to go with that's a big mistake, buddy. I do like that people have been recommending, before I go on to this comment, people have been recommending that he goes after a civil rights attorney. The comment that he will have a very nice vacation. Aaron, I don't see Aaron as the type of person that wants the vacation, but to let people know that that's what they do, I can see Aaron going after that because realistically, he wants change. He wants change. Absolutely, unequivocally, he wants change. And if he can get change involved, if he can sit there and say change is happening, changes, and actually be able to see it, where there's not going to be this tie between Scientology and the LAPD, yeah, because realistically, they just walked into showing everybody. Ann Walsh, can't believe LAPD held a press conference. Bunch of clowns, yeah, bunch of clowns. Cockle-doodle-doo. Okay, Mischief, Talman thinks he is Arnie Schwarzenegger. No, I can't pronounce that.
Schwarzenegger.
Or Schwarzenegger. Okay, but it...
Arnold Schwarzenegger, honey.
Okay, I thought it said something different.
It did say Arnie.
Okay. Foxy Jane, there's also an article Scientology wrote where they snitch on Tillman, who sang the national anthem for them. Since when does okay. And retweet some lady that definitely a Scientologist and of course registered list. Wow. See, just keep bringing it. Keep bringing it, everybody. That's what I have to say is just keep bringing it. And we're going to go down there. Again, it'll be Liz Gale is going back again with us. The Oh No Nora, the amazing Oh No Nora, because we have buildings to really say hi to. We have friends that we would like to say hi to. They're more than welcome to bring my father and have him tell me something like, we have to disconnect. I mean, bring him out. Like, I'll have a conversation with him. The amazing Alicia and my lovely wife. Sorry, everybody got some nerve damage in that hand. We'll be going out there. And as we've already stated, I know a lot of people said don't say it, but it was already said. It was on the 24th of February. That weekend, we're going to go back out there. So please, if you are available in the LA area, please definitely come visit. Come say hi. Come see what's going on. Come see what's happening. The aftermath of what has happened to Aaron is going to continue spreading. And people are going to be able to see that they're corrupt and they're tied together. They're in bed. They're doing nookie, whatever they need to do. Yeah, they're definitely doing the dirty deed. And now everybody's aware of it. And because everybody's aware of it, change is coming, people. Change is like a choo-choo. This choo-choo. It just goes in one straight line. Okay. All right. I think I got everybody's comments. I was in the starred section, so I missed some of the things. Let's see. Oh, here is Alicia's Venmo. If you are able to contribute, this is the amazing Alicia. We have Oh No Nora's right there. So we have Alicia first and then Oh No Nora right after her. So definitely, what can I say about them? Like they've become really good friends to the point of sisters, and it's like I needed them in my lives and I needed them around. But you never know what you didn't have. And now it's great to feel it and actually be sitting there, and thank you guys. But yes, if you can donate to Amazing Alicia, oh no, Nora, I know my Venmo's popped up a couple times. Please definitely help us. We're going back down there. I know Aaron said that when we go back down there, he will go back down there. I don't know either which way, but I know the four of us are absolutely going back down there. So if you are in the LA area, please definitely come say hi. I think I talked about everything I wanted. I know it's just shy of 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions, please definitely let me know. If you have any concerns, thoughts, you can always email me after at savebobferris@gmail.com. Again, that's savebobferris@gmail.com. That is a big way that you can connect with me. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if something's bothering you, I am also an addict. I am also for those of you that don't know, I am a drug addict. I got hooked on cocaine to the point where I actually needed to go to a facility. I'm not proud of it, but you know what? It's pushed me to where I am today. And where I am today is a better place. Not only I have an addictive personality, like I'm searching for something to fill a void. And that void I have filled with, cocaine. And then I have also filled with searching for the answer in the bottom of a bottle. So if anybody needs a friend, just someone to say, you know what, hey, I'm thinking about taking a drink and it's been 5 years, please reach out to me. I will try to do everything that I can to get on the phone with you so that we can do the best that we can to make sure that everybody is safe at this time. But okay. Question, does Venmo take a cut? No, Venmo and PayPal do not take a cut unless you do the automatic something. There's something that's automatic. I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But if you do the standard 1 to 3 days, there's no charge whatsoever. So that's as far as I know. I could be wrong. I'm very new to Venmo. That surprises everyone when I went, I did not fall for the electronic age. Okay. Oh, no cut for Venmo. Yes. And I'm glad someone knew the answer. Stacy Toms, I'll try to come say hi and bring you some treats. That would be great. I would love to meet you and say hi to you. Okay. Twizzard Freak Show, new subscriber. Much love from Philly. Nice. It is nice to see you. And yes, welcome Freak Show. It is nice to see you. I love that new name. And if you're new, please don't forget to smash the like. It does help the algorithm. So more people will know about what's going on behind those doors. More people will know about what has happened to us. And more people will also know all of the amazing things that Aaron is doing right now, and he's not backing down, and neither are any of us. We're standing just as tall as ever. So thank you so very much. I will race you to the comments. First one there, definitely. I'm going to try. But please leave a comment at the end. It does also help with the algorithm. But thank you all for being here. Please like, smash subscribe, do what you need to do, and I will see you in the comments.